Okay, this is lesson 4 of the video instruction for the charity auction proposal. In lesson 3, we ended at formatting the table that was in the page. Remember, we went to the table tools, design table. We made sure that we had our insertion point in the table. And then we chose the More button to find the design table style that we wanted. Now you have a table move handle, which is this little red square here, this little square that has the cross arrows in it. If you click on that, that selects the whole table, and you can actually either use the mini toolbar to center, or you can go to your home tab and center your table so it looks more aligned on your page. We're going to highlight our rows with the numbers, and we want to make sure that the numbers are aligned to the right center. So align center right button on your layout tab, and that will make sure that your decimal and placeholders are aligned together. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a chart off of this table. So to create a chart off of this table, we're going to highlight the rows, auctions 1 through 4. And we're going to click that object menu. Remember, that was in the page layout tab. And this time, in the insert tab. And this time, instead of choosing text from file, we're going to choose the object. So we're going to choose the object button so that we can actually embed an object into the file. We need to navigate down to where it says Microsoft Graph Charts. Right here, Microsoft Graph Charts, and then we're going to click OK. Now when you click OK, you get two things. You get a data sheet, and then you also get your charts. So your data sheet is picking up the numbers in the table with the information of the table. If you want to change these numbers and reflect the total correctly, you have to change it in your data sheet so that your chart will be reflected also. To close the data sheet window, you just click on the X. And we're going to move the chart so that the legend displays more center in the document. And again, you can put your insertion point next to that line and click the center button. That will allow you to center your chart. Now you can widen your chart by grabbing the handles so that you can read the bar graphs a little bit easier. And this is the default of the chart that you have itself. Now, working with the charts themselves, you have different areas of the chart. If I were to right mouse click in this area, I have this menu come up. If I were to right mouse click in this area, I might have the same menu. However, if I right mouse click in this area, you might end up with different menus. So depending on where you are in a chart, you might end up with different menus in that chart to format your chart. We're going to right mouse click on the legend in the chart. The legend is right here. And this will display the shortcut menu. And we're going to click on, we want format legend, but we need to make sure that we're selecting the legend itself. So make sure you have the dots around the legend box when you right mouse clicked in order to get the format legend. So this dialog box allows us to format the legend of the charts. Now in this dialog box we have patterns, fonts, and placements, and we're going to go to the placement tab, and we want the legend to be on the bottom, not on the right of the chart. So we're going to choose the radio button bottom to move the chart to the bottom of the chart. And then click OK. Now to change the chart type, we need to right click in an area of white space in the chart to display the shortcut menu. Now make sure you have your chart selected, right mouse click, and change chart type And in this dialog box, we have different chart types that we can choose. Now, the charts in itself have different purposes. Usually a pie chart shows a section to a whole, where a column or a bar chart actually shows a comparison. A line chart usually shows markers or values over time, and your scatter charts are your plots or your diagrams that compares values. A bubble chart is another comparison of values, and then your stack charts also show high and lows, and they actually total the series. But the chart type that we're going to choose is a standards tab. So we're going to choose our bar chart. And actually, let's choose the cylinder, if cylinder's in here. Let's choose a cylinder chart. And we're going to look at the very first chart here to give it a little bit more dimension in our document. So there's our cylinders that are showing in our chart. Click somewhere outside the chart. Take a look at your document. Does the chart look centered? Does the legend look centered? If not, once again, you can stretch your chart so that it's centered within your document. Okay, display the Home tab if it's not already displayed. Click the chart to select it again. On the border and shading button on the Home tab, we're going to click that to view the border and shading gallery. Click the line spacing button on the Home tab. We're going to choose a box around the chart. And then our line spacing button on our Home tab, which is right here. And we're going to add space between the chart and the table. So try 3 between the chart and the table. Let's put our insertion point right here at the end of the table and try that again. Okay, and if that didn't work, remember undo is your friend. Click to the right of the chart. Click the Find button. Remember when we click the page number down here, that brought up our Go To dialog box. There's our Find button. And we're actually going to go to the Find box. We're going to choose the More button, and we're going to format our font in the chart. So notice the defaults that are taken in rating for the chart. When you have your font dialog box open, you want the font menu to display. And in the font style list, we're going to choose the Calibri. We're going to choose that pink accent darker 2 color. We're going to choose bold. And then click OK. Then you can close out your fonts from Find and Replace dialog box. And there's our chart. So now we're going to update our save. And we are going to work on the bullets in our list. So if we scroll down to the next page of our document, we have a bulleted list. Now we have a format in our bullet, which actually is a format that we want to select for electronics, entertainment, home and garden, and outdoor equipment. If you use your format painter, you can get the formatting of those, and while holding down the command key, you can actually highlight sections of your word. I'm sorry, that's control key, so let's try this again. Format, put the insertion point in the word that you want to format. Get your format painter, hold the control key down, and click and drag through when you see that paintbrush. Okay, computer's being slow, so let's try this again. There's my paintbrush. I'm going to hold my control key down. I'm going to format. I just want to format electronics. Don't get too happy on me. Format entertainment. Format home and garden. And outdoor equipment. So as the computer's trying to work its way through, it's kind of fighting with the video software right now. But you can see that Format Painter picks up the specific formatting on your text to apply to other areas of your document. When you use the control key and you hold the control key down, that allows the computer to select non-adjacent areas of text to format without having to reselect the Format Painter each time. Okay, so in this lesson, we actually repeated the table format, inserted a chart, format the chart, changed the chart type, and then formatted the bullets in this lesson.